Hi guys, my name is Jess and I'm blessed to work for a community organisation called Community Lifestyles Agency. The reason that I'm going to be speaking with you today is to demonstrate and tell you a bit of a story about what it's really like to work in the community sector. I've been blessed to work for the organisation for almost 11 years and I have to tell you that it is not at all what I thought it would be. When you think about working in the community, you might imagine aged care, youth work or disability support work. But the images that you can see on the screen is a truer tale of what working with community actually looks like. Throughout my career with the organisation, I've been blessed to work with a range of different people to achieve a range of different goals. Sometimes that will involve going on a car rally, learning to surf, going to music festivals, hosting dance parties, as well as very simple grassroots things like learning to use a spoon, pegging the washing on the line, being able to phone a friend.
2, 3. Community woke up this morning, they suddenly realized our lives are in it together. They started smiling, our services were smiling, our lives are in it together. We made it fun, we all made it fun. Our lives are in it together.
As COVID ends and it's safe to build connections, we are reaching out to you for a bit of self-reflection. What is important to you? What do you find inviting? Give us your ideas. Let's make life more exciting.
Sometimes working in the sector can mean you're expected to sing and dance. It can mean that you're working with people to find different ways to express themselves, whether that be through the arts, through physical exertion, through assisted communication, or simply supporting them to try and find new ways to develop themselves and explore who they are and what they want to be and do and see and become. Disability support work and community work isn't exactly what you think it is. It's supporting people to go to concerts. It's connecting to culture and learning to paint. It's participating in tug of war and building team spirit and camaraderie. It's going to do laser tag, figuring out strategy and tactics. It's supporting people to achieve their goals by participating as well. Things like fun runs. It's celebrating Christmas, even all the way down to gingerbread houses. It's building muscle tone and strength by going trampolining at the jump park. It's supporting people to learn how to nightclub safely and all the things that go along with that. It's knowing that it's okay to be a bit funny and silly sometimes. It's hanging out in the ball pit, making friends and chatting over ball pit balls. It's mucking around with Elf on the Shelf, having a laugh. It's community expos and events, even things like going in a Zorb ball. It's thinking outside the square, holding a silent disco so it's not too overwhelming or loud. It's participating and hosting in events like Conversations Creating Change. Supporting people to learn to surf, step outside their comfort zone and achieving goals. It's kicking balls, it's sports, it's physical activity. It's learning new instruments, musical exertion and expression. It's parties and looking for the reasons to celebrate after achieving goals. It's spending time with friends outside in the wilderness, making new connections. It's connecting with community groups that exist to meet our needs. It's dance and dress-ups. It's laugh and it's songs. It's taking time to help people to feel comfortable in different environments. It's having fun out in the water. It's driving through the dust in a car rally, seeing the car in front of you disappear before your eyes. It can be joining in or hosting community events like Rainworks, invisible graffitis all around the Fraser Coast. It can be sausage sizzles and events, fundraising for other community groups or organisations. It can be holding and participating in events like Bay Break Multisports Triathlon. It's going to Wetside. It's going chili picking our own vegetables. It's things like going to the farm and getting to spend time with animals. Support work is around learning about sex education and how to support people to understand safe and fun sex. It's participating in community events. It's camping, setting up the tent for the night, buckling down and teaching all of those camping skills. It's making lifelong friends and connections. It's going to SeaWorld, Dreamworld, Movie World, Underwater World. Being a support worker, you might get the chance to go rock climbing. You might get the chance to do other things like supporting people to go to Australia Zoo. Get out there, Steve Irwin, crocodile hunting. It's hosting events, tea parties, morning teas, baby showers. It's picnics in the park, talking about all of the important ways that we can support people in our community. It's holding events like Sibs Circus, an event just for siblings of people with disabilities. It's holding expos so that young people, when they leave school, know what they're going to do. It's slumber parties and sleepovers. It's bringing people together to figure out how they want the world to be. It's learning new skills, working together, pen on paper. It can be things like riding in a horse-drawn carriage. You would never imagine that was part of support work. It's finding ways to prepare modified meals in a way that it still looks appetizing. It's learning to sign from your peers, from people who already know how to sign. It's watching fireworks with friends, supporting people to participate in and record those special moments. It's archery, getting outside, getting into it. It's supporting people to go on schoolies, ensuring that they have the genuine schoolies experience. It's going on a flying fox, facing your fears. It's hanging out with home and away stars at local events like Rock and Splash Pool Party. It's providing education to sports clubs on how to be more inclusive. It's supporting a woman to achieve her goal of skydiving independently. It's going to the Myriad Festival, blowing your mind, the innovation that's available in our sector. It's horse riding, stepping out of your comfort zone. It's yoga at sunset on the mountains. It's laser tag, shooting your friends, chatting and conflict. It's drumming and music. It's so much drumming and music. It's meeting the most amazing people. It's traveling overseas, seeing places you'd never thought you'd see. It's raising awareness where awareness needs to be raised, building education and capacity in our community. It's attending business awards. It's attending school formals, celebrating the graduation and goals achieved. It's butterflies. It's TEDx. It's being inspired, listening to people tell their stories. It's Tough Mudder. It's getting muddy and filthy. It's assistance dogs and animals and participating in animal therapy. It's teamwork and camaraderie, connecting with people. It's hatching big ideas and working on surprises and exciting things for the future. It's participating in Tour de Bay, cycling and raising funds for another charity. It's participating in the Enzo Swim Classic, a swim race. It's travelling to the island, connecting to country, getting your feet dirty. It's water fights, water bombs and water balloons for days. It's Christmas parties. It's celebrating those special moments with people, connecting over a meal. It's fundraising for Dunga Derby and Rally for a Cause, supporting local charities. It's opportunities to share information with the locals. It's dance class, finding ways to exercise that are fun and achieve our goals. It's abseiling, late at night, in the freezing cold. It's learning how to pack your bag. It's kayaking and sun safety, spending time in the outdoors together. It's an exercise class, stretching and connecting with mind. It's a self-defense class, so we all know how to defend ourselves. It's tense up and tense down and tense up and tense down. It's more sunrises and sunsets than I ever could have imagined. It's Relay for Life and our team being rewarded for all of its efforts year after year. It's colour runs, getting covered in coloured paint. Supporting people to go out for a beer, a nice cold one on a hot day. Supporting people to birthday parties and celebrations, getting dressed up in their dapper best or in their fancy dress for events and special occasions, out with friends and family. It's learning new ways to communicate and do the things we need to do. It's talking to businesses about how we can modify and adapt our business model to meet the needs of people around us. It's raising awareness and education for things that are important to us. It's connecting to people and learning about how we can do things better. It's making hundreds of friends over a weekend. It's raising awareness for the important things like mental health. It's kayaking and finding ways to adapt something that might have been declared too hard or too difficult. Support work and working in the community sector doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be what you think it is. Reach out, find a support worker or someone who genuinely works in the sector and ask them how their day is, because it might be really different from your preconceived ideas.